Okay. So today we'll discuss the complete the mirroring end-to-end configuration and setup. Okay. So what is the mirroring? You all aware of it, right? So mirroring is the one of the DR mechanism, high availability concept in the SQL Server. So when you configure the mirroring, so we need the two SQL Server instances. You may create within the single server. You may create the two instance, or you may create the two separate instance. You can install the SQL Server. So both need to communicate to each other. So so here I have installed the two SQL Server instances. One is the default instance which I connected, and one is a SQL Server named instance. So that is also connecting. Okay, both are connected. So now what I am doing, I am making the SQL Server database mirroring setup. So yesterday I have done one mirroring setup. Okay, so now I will do complete process. So what I am doing, so let's see what is the database which is not there in the DR server. Okay, we can call it as the secondary server, we can call it as a principal server. The first server we can call it as a primary server. Okay, so here if we see here, there is no DB which is not there here, which is there in the primary. Let's see. Okay, if you see here, DB2 I am configuring as a part of DB mirroring for DB2 database. So if you see here, this is the second instance which we can call it as a mirror server. So here there is no any DB2 server. So what is the prerequisites to configure the database mirroring? So first you need to take the full backup of the database. The database should be in full recovery model. Okay. So let's see what is the default recovery model. It is the full. So already is there in the full recovery model. Just we need to cross check and let's proceed for the taking the DB backup. Okay. Just a second. So what is the prerequisites here? So if you see here, DB recovery model is in full. If you want, you can go to the options and you can cross check it. So DB recovery model is full. Okay. The collation setting is also the Latin general say default collation setting for the specific region. Okay. So what I am doing, I am taking full backup as a part of the prerequisites. Prerequisites means when you configure any setup, so we need some kind of process to do that. So here we need full backup and one log backup. So I am taking the first full backup. DB2 DB2 is the database name. And if you go to this mirror server, there is no database. So first what we need to do, we need to do the initial synchronization. Initial synchronization means, so as a part of initialization, the database in the principal server, we need to take a full backup and log backup from the principal server, and we need to restore on secondary server. So I'm taking the DB name is the DB2. You can give the full backup, meaningful name dot .bak. So I am taking the full backup. So backup completed successfully. So now what I am to do, the second step, I am taking the log backup. Same, go to the backup and just change the type of the backup as from full to transaction log. Okay. Just go to the which location you want to take the backup, so you can take the backup. So I am taking both in the same location, D drive and backups folder. So you can give the DB name DB2 underscore log backup dot TRN, transaction log file, the extension. You can mention either .bak or .trn, no issue. So best practice is better to make it .trn, and I'm clicking OK. So the log backup is also completed successfully. So now the prerequisites, the first part is completed. Okay, the recovery model we verified the collision setting. Both servers are the same, and we have taken the full backup and log backup. So now what we can do? So go to the principal server task is done. Now go to the mirror server. So here I am taking default instance as a principal server, and the named instance SQL user one will act as a mirror server. Here there is no any witness server. I have not configured. Okay, that is the optional. So now what I am doing, whatever the backups I have taken, I am restoring it. So just go to the databases, just right click it, you will get the database restore options. You will get it. Just a second, it is loading. So restore database. Once you select the restore database option, you will get one pop-up window like this. So select the source as device because we are taking the backup from the our disk. Okay. So just to browse the location where you save the backups. Where you have saved the backup media where it is present, D drive backups folder. Just browse that folder, then select the first full backup. Just a second. So DB backups folder, and which backup we have taken, DB to full backup. First select the full backup and click OK. The media is mapping to the restoration path. Okay, now what we need to do? So I told you, right? So because we are maintaining the same server, okay. So that is the reason there will be a chance of getting MDF and LDF files problem. So if both are in different servers, no issue. But here we can keep it the same server, right? So definitely we'll get the same location. So now what I am doing, I am changing the MDF LDF location. I am giving db2 dot MDF. You can give any name, smaller caps, no issue. So don't give the same location. Already under D drive data folder, already db2 MDF is there. So what we need to give some other location. Don't give the same location, or maybe you can give the some other drive also fine. You can give it to C drive also is fine. Okay, now I am giving db2 underscore log dot LDF. This is the naming convention. There is no any fixed rule for give the same names. You can give whatever the names, but that should be in .mdf and LDF format. But best practices, the name should be in the DB name, whatever it is there. You can give the DB name. That should be easy to understand whenever we want to move the files, or easy to naming better way. Okay, so what we can do, we need to restore with no recovery. That we need to select it. That's it. What I have done, I have selected the DB backup file, and I am going to the files, and I have mapped the where I want to. This is the original location, D drive. Under the data, this is the DB file names, MDF, LDF. Now I am restoring into D backups folder because both are in the same server, right? This location is for default instance. This location is for named instance. If both are in different servers, then wherever you can keep, no issue. If you keep it the same location, one instance may be getting problem. That's why it's throwing an error. That's why I make it a different location. And go to the options, and you can select with no recovery. With recovery, you can select then DB coming into the online. So that is not suitable for configuring the mirror configuration. So we need to select the DB with no recovery only. Okay, just click OK. That's it. That is the basic step to restore the DB. So once the DB restoration done, your DB is created in the secondary. So that means principal server. If you see here, DB2 is ready, which is in the restoring mode. So now what we can do, we can select the log file. So that also the last part. Once we done the log file, then our initialization will complete. So select the log file wherever it is there. Where is the in backups folder? So db2 log backup.trl. Just select it. Okay. So this already no need to change the files because we are coming with the latest DB options. Then automatically files will come latest one. So that's why the files option is not coming. So what we need to select here, with no recovery, the same as it is the previous option. With no recovery means DB is coming into the restoring state. Now what is the problem? Sorry, now what is the uh, situation now? So the DB2, whatever it is there in the primary, DB2, the same as it is, we took the backup and we initialized to the secondary. Now both are ready. So now we can set up the mirroring. So how to set up the mirroring? Whatever the database you want to configure as a part of mirroring, just go to the database, just select it, right click, go to the properties. If you want to, we can do it using script also, but this is the script means you can just select it, generate the script means it will generate automatically. Okay. So go to the select the mirroring option from the last third one, configure mirroring. Okay, so this is the wizard will open. Just click the next button. The first option include witness server. I don't want witness server. This is the optional. If you don't want witness server, make it no. If you want witness, make it yes. So I don't want. Mostly 99% no one will use the witness server. What is the use of witness? Just it will happen automatic failover. So because of that, we need to maintain one server. It is very costly operation. If you have enough budget, so if the client is recommended, then select yes, nothing else. There one more instance is coming. That is simply monitoring. Nothing else is doing. Okay, I am making no. That means no witness. Now it is coming as principal server. Now the principal server. So I told you, right, the mirroring is working based on the endpoint communication channel. Endpoint is the communication channel between the principal and mirror server. This is working through the network using port numbers. So the default port number is 5022 for the principal endpoint communication channel port number. So just cross check and click the next button. Now the mirror server instance configuration part. So just mirror is, we have multiple instances in our server. Then you can select the which one you want to make it the mirror. So user one, right? So select that one and connect it. Once it will verify the connection is proper or not. If it is proper, the options will coming enabled. The mirroring default port. So for the mirror server 5023. So what are the default ports here? We identified 5022, 5023. 5022 for the mirror principal communication channel endpoint port number. 5023 is for the mirror endpoint communication port number. These are the default port numbers. These are also very important interview question. Just click the next button. So now here it is asking some service account name. If you know the service account name, then you can specify it. Otherwise, this is not a mandatory. So you can leave it empty. Okay. So just you can cross verify it. So first one, your principal server configuration, server name, name of the port, name is mirroring, and listener port 5022, encryption is, role is the partner, because the both are acting as a partners. Okay. Next, this is the mirror server. mirror server name, port number 5023. Just these are basic details. Just you can cross check it. Whatever the servers we selected, those names are coming or not. If anything wrong, just go back and change it. Then everything fine. Then click the finish button. Once click the finish button, the mirroring configuration was done successfully. Okay, so now it is asking, so do you want to start the mirroring or don't start? Maybe you want to start later point of time, don't start, then it won't start now. Whenever it is required, you can start. You want to start it now, so this is the default operating mode, high safety with automatic failover synchronous. Okay, just select the start mirroring. Once you start the mirroring, it will ask to start the mirroring. So I am clicking yes. Once I click the yes, so the mirroring will start. So if everything here are this portion, everything will coming into a enable option. If you see here, the previously start mirroring is only enabled. Now the mirroring is successfully started. So now the pass button, remove mirroring, failover, all three are the enabled. So the second option is highlighted. This is selected. High safety with automatic failover. So I told you right, high performance means both the data so not be committed at the same time. The first principal will commit, later mirror server data will commit. So we'll get the high performance. The speed is more. When you select the high safety with synchronous commit, so both data will be committed at the same time. So here your data will be very safety and security, but the performance will be the bit low as compared to the high performance mode. Okay, so the high safety is also the same, the synchronous option mode. So just click the OK button. So if you are not configured witness, that's why it is showing as empty. So just click OK. The mirroring is completed successfully and started. So if you want, you can verify it and you can verify it. The previously, what is the how the DB2 is coming, just like a DB3 how it is there, normally it is coming. So if mirror is configured, how it is coming, it is coming as a principal, comma, synchronized. I told you earlier, there are the different states are there in the mirroring concept: connected, synchronized, synchronizing, disconnected. So like that. So whenever both are connected, both data is everything is perfect, it is coming into the synchronized state. So whenever the name is coming principal means this is the main server, that is the principal server. Then go to the secondary server, that is the mirror server. If you go to here, it is showing, okay. So now what is showing status? DB2. Now it is showing as a mirror. Mirror means this is the secondary server. Mirror server. It is synchronized restoring. Restoring means always is waiting for the transactions, whatever it is coming from the principal. This is eagerly waiting, and the endpoint communication channel through the records will come and inserting to here. If you want to verify it, we can verify it. So I am doing a small kind of thing. So for a case study, how we can validate. So now what is there? So you can verify it. Okay, now I'm checking how many tables are there here. Okay, here how many tables? Now three tables are there: employee table, test one table. Okay. So now what I am doing? I'm creating one more table so that it should go automatically into the mirror server. I am not doing anything. That is the mechanism of DR setup, high availability. So whatever the transactions is coming into the principal server, automatically the endpoint through communication channel, the data will be transferred to the secondary server. I am making one column, column one. So data type, select any data type. Okay. Okay. So it is the integer call to let it be anything. That's it. I'm saving the table. I'm saving the table as mirror table. Okay, whatever the table you can give, I'm selected. Okay. So now what I have done, I have simply created one new table on the principal server. Okay, when you refresh it, it will come the new table. Okay, so just expand the DB2 database. This is the DB level configuration. If you want to configure each and every database, whatever I have done for the DB2, like that you need to do for every database. Yesterday I already done for one more database, MyDB mirror. So like that, okay, anything if you want to configure, take the full backup and log backup and reinitialize into the second mirror server, and you can do the process whatever we have done just now. So the now mirror table is created. So I have created in the principal. I have not done anything on the secondary. So, but due to the mirroring mechanism, the records will automatically transfer to the secondary server also. Do you want to test it? Yes. If you want to test, then only you will be get the confidence. Okay. So what I am doing, I'm going to the mirroring. I am doing the failover. Now this one is mirror, right? Principal, right? Once I do the failover means the primary principal become a secondary. That means principal become mirror, mirror become principal. So when we can do this? For example, due to the any reason, suddenly the server got having some problem or corrupted or anything. So immediately, so we can do, if we configure the witness server, we no need to do, that will do automatically. So if you want to mirror configuration without witness, you can do the manual failover like this. Go to the failover option, just click the failover. Is asking, do you want to make it mirror as a principal and principal as a mirror? Then yes. So once we have done this, the role will be shuffled. Just refresh it. This become a mirror. Now this we can't access. Yes, coming to the mirror. Then go to the secondary server. Now the secondary is showing as mirror, right? Now just refresh it. It should coming into the principal. So whatever the transactions I have done here, that is coming to here or not, you can check it. I have created one more table, right? That should came to here or not. It should come. That is the mechanism. Yes, right? Mirror table is came. Okay. So you got the point, right? This is the concept of failover. So in the real time, what happened? Whatever the transactions, insert, update, anything done on the primary, everything will reflect to the secondary principal server. If anything damage to the principal, immediately within the few, within less than a minute, we can make it. Secondary server become a online, mirror server become a principal. Then without losing of any user data, we can provide the high level of support. Okay. So now what I am doing, I mean, just will cross check, just new query window. I'm updating some records here. So that should come, that should go to automatically what is the mirror. Now the first server is the mirror, right? The records will go to that table. What is the table EMP1? What is the table name? Only EMP. Okay. So let's start from table name. What is the record here? Only one record is there. ID number 10, ABC, 5000 is the salary. Now what I am doing, I am updating this record. Update EMP table, update table, table name, update table, update EMP, set sal equal to 35,000. Where only one record, no condition also fine. Department number equal to 100. So I am updating this record. So update is done successfully. So select query. Now 35,000.00. Okay. So this instance is what? Now this is the user one instance. That means that is the principal now. Okay. So this record, it should reflect to here also, right? Now what I am doing, see, normally if you want to without doing failover, if you want to fire the select query, it is not allowed, because DB in the restore state. If you're trying to expand also, it is throwing an error. When the database is in restoring state, we can't access. There is an option here, we can create the DB snapshots. So if you go to here, okay, the DB snapshots we can create it, that I will show you later. That is the different simple process. Now what I am doing, I am making the reverse back, fail back to the original situation. Now I am going to the properties, mirroring. So now again failover. So ulta will come. So that means whatever it is there in the principal, that become a mirror, mirror become a principal. So going to the original position. So this concept is called fail back. Okay, just refresh it. Now this become a, now it is the DB2 is the mirror server. Now the this one default instance become a principal server, right? So if you want, you can verify it that update record is coming to here or not. Go to the tables, the EMP table, just select star from table name, you will get 35,000 here also, right? Updated, right? So that means mirroring is working successfully. So this is the a simple way we can configure the mirroring. So how we can troubleshoot if we get any issues, right? So the issues means data is not in synchronizing properly, like that, some kind of delayness. If you want to check that, there will be a mirroring dashboard. Just right click the DB and right click it. So here we have an option, go to the tasks, go to the launch DB mirror monitor. If you select the DB mirror monitor, it will show in the whole server how many DBs are configured as a part of mirroring, what is the status, what is the latency between the principal to the server, mirror server, everything will display. Loading. Okay, already launched. Okay, so here if you can able to see this. So if you have any issues, everything will come. So now just refresh it. What is the status now? Now the principal is synchronized. Green mark means it is the no issues. So if you see here, oldest unsent transactions, nothing is there. Unsent logs, nothing is there. Current state 0 KB, that means 100%, 0 milliseconds latency. If it's the small records, right? If you insert thousands of lakhs of records on the principal, then here coming sometime, okay, it will take some 5 minutes or 10 minutes or milliseconds. If you go to the warnings, anything here you can able to see. Otherwise, go to the history, then you can able to see here. So these are all the options if you want troubleshoot. Okay, your mirror server, what is the time delay in hours, minutes, you can able to see everything. So if any record is coming, the mirror is always be showing in the synchro. If data is in the on the way, the status should be synchronizing. If any issue came, it will be the disconnected. So